All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house showers blessing your day. By His mercies you aren't consumed. We're alive. We're alive in the Most High house as body, and two, man, we're naturally alive, man. So it's another day, to get better, man. Yeah, man. Let's be out there showing that love and kindness, be merciful, suffer, be better than you were yesterday, man. Cause yeah, man, I just want to get into this too, man. Just grow, like inwardly. I want to get into this too, man. We gotta teach, yeah, man. It's beautiful, man. Gotta let our children, the youth know certain things, man. Cause it's crazy, man. It's actually a lot I kind of want to talk about with today. I actually had a good day, man. That's and even in the midst of everything that's going on right now, and plus it could be much worse. I had a good day, but also, man, it's important. Let's get this Job 8:8 real quick, man, because today's the 8th. But this that has nothing to do with what we about to go into. But I just want to say this too, man, because I just want to get this Job 8:8 because this could have been a separate video, but I'll hit on it in this. It says, "For I inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers." So yeah, man. For our children, seek out the book of the Lord, man. Because what's crazy is that earlier, because the school I work at, right, the teacher, class I was at, they were talking about the Roman Empire today. That's what the students are learning about, So it's actually during the time they actually talked about kind of during the time. It's either actually in the book, like when the books are reading during the time of Yahushua or Christ, whatever. But it's not going into that. It's more just going into Roman Empire and things of that nature. But one of the stories today of one of the stories today, one of the stories they read about was like how it was it was, I forgot what story it was. It's about pretty much how how a certain king saw two young children, and he saw them as a threat, could probably usurp his throne, because of course, like in kingship, you come over that royal bloodline, of course, just like the line of David. There's of course like the different lines of kings, even all across the history, man. But in the line of Judah, pretty much the line of David, pretty much the king, pretty much the line of David, pretty much. There's other kings, and like Melchizedek, king, and well, that's king and priest, but king as well. But this kingship line, that kingly line, but things of that nature, man. But in the story, it went like that pretty much, man. But it was like it was two young men. So pretty much, man, in the story, one of the Romans pretty much they hide the babies in the basket, from being persecuted, from being killed, because I think they were the successors or the heir to the throne, man. They were successors in the throne. So and what's crazy, because my point being is that one of my students, she said, "Oh yeah, like Moses." I was like, "Yeah." Sweetie, he's one of my favorite students as well. She said, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah." I was just thinking, because I was really thinking the same thing. I was actually said that to myself. I was like, "Okay, well, this is a little twist to it, but it's pretty much like Moses, pretty much." And one of my students said that. I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You should." I was like, "Listen, sweetie, you should have said that. Out loud, you should have shared that with the class." But it's important. That's why it's important for our youth to know, the word, you know where they come from. Who their God is. More importantly, who their God is, who the Most High Yahshua is, who the God is, and who they are. Like the Exodus 34:6 and Numbers 14:18, instill that into our youth. But also too, where they come from, who their ancestors are, all that stuff, man. But it's crazy too. Even later on that day, when I took the on the trip to the library, because we oftentimes go to the library, because going to what we'll talk about the other day, blessed is he that readeth. It's important for you, whether in the word, out the word, even outside the word, it's just important to read. So and one of the students, I'll say his name because it's very, very important. One of the students, his name is Jacob. So he just so happens we were in the back line. I told him, I was like, "Hey, what's up, Jacob, man? What's up, Jake, man?" It's crazy. It's called Jake, but what's up, Jake, man? Because that's what I call him. What's up, Jake, man? How's your winter break, such and such and such? And I told him, listen, man, your name means supplanter, man. I want you to go up home and look up what your name means, man. So, hopefully later, Lord is willing, not even if it's not just me, somebody else, man. Later on in the Most High, if it's the Most High Yahshua's will, that planted a seed in his life, man. So if he ever comes to the word, Lord willing, it's or if it's not me, somebody else, and that, why I told him there, it brings to him a remembrance, or he actually does it, looks up his name as well. So it's all just crazy how that is, man. That's just all crazy how it's important is to teach the youth, man, the word and where they come from and things of that nature. But And yeah, man, but that's all part of doing his will, man. So like, what we about to get into, man, because let's grab this in Sirach 8 and 5, man, because and it goes into a lot of times too, like and a lot of times too, just in the English language, and like it's all about context and like of like how words are used, man, because like because I want to get into this real quick, man, because nothing like let's just grab this real quick, man, because like a lot of times like hononym, man, I think that's the same word but different meanings, man. But and we're gonna get into this again, man. But let's grab this in Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 8 and verse 15. It says, travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, and fear he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him in his folly. So yeah, this is always talking about like somebody's a self-will, like very dangerous. Let's get into what we talk about. You get into danger, get into the street life, or bloody men, like love violence, love like even their lifestyle, man, not even just physically, just spiritually, like how to live is going into that. But notice how the key thing is like because they'll do it according to their own will, man. So this lines up with that 1 Timothy 5 and 22, man. Don't be a partakers of other men's sins. And going back to law, running with a multitude do evil, like what Proverbs 1 goes into. But it says, for he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly. So yeah, exactly, man. So, but is nothing wrong with it. But notice how it says bold in here. But is there something wrong with being bold? No. It's just really with the context of it. Because let's get this in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. Because we're going to go into that, man. It's all going to the oil of the Most High Yahushua. Let's get the Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him, and made no account of his labor. So yeah, exactly, man. And then it say like in Hebrews, come boldly before the throne as well, man. So yeah, man, it's nothing wrong with that, man. Like but it's really about the context of what it's using, because in Sirach, what we just read in Sirach 8, man, Ecclesiastes 8, is a man that's bold, that is doing his own will, going to do what he wants to do, man. He's going to sin and transgression, commit iniquity, and not really care. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before a face such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labor. So yeah, exactly. So let's grab this Sirach 8 and 15. It says, travel not with a bold fellow. So it's not talking about the same one as Wisdom of Solomon. At least he become a grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, let's get this 1 John real quick. I forgot what I was about to go. Let's I want that Hebrews. It's all good, man. But let's get this 1 John real quick, man. 2 and 17, man, because the will of the Most High Yahushua, their will last forever, man. So why not do their will? Yeah. 1 John chapter 1 John chapter 2 verse 17. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever. Yeah, so you do the will of the Most High Yahushua, it's going gonna live forever, because their will lasts forever, man. And like he said in Deuteronomy, what did the Most High Yahushua say? I'll live forever. And not only is Deuteronomy, in Revelation, Alpha and Omega, man, here forever, man. So exactly, man. So yeah, why not do the will of the Most High Yahushua? Because that self will, let's look at that in Sirach 8 and 15 again, man. Because that self will, man, you're gonna perish through that, man. But let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 15. It says, travel not by the way with the bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly. So yeah. Not only that, too. Let's grab this. And you see, notice how it says perish, right? Like Baruch 3 says, we perish utterly, right? Let's go to John real quick, man. Because, this is part of doing his will. Like, then this is Most High, what Yahushua said, too. I've come not to do my will, but the Father's will on earth. Thy will be done on earth as in heaven. That's what's part of his will. John 3 and 16. Let's get the power in this verse is really, even when I first came to the word, man, we got really really focus on the power of this verse, man. Like seriously, I mean, it's the number one debate tool. Like especially those brothers, and not just but people in the knowledge. I should say not just people in the knowledge and the word. No, it didn't even not only just that on all sides too, because cause like got brothers in the word and the knowledge and nothing just brother people in the word like they just go to prove how much the scripture to other Christianity, Jehovah's Witnesses and all that stuff, but or in other fractions, but we really can miss the mark of this, man. And I was guilty of this too, but now I'm really trying to like wake up and smell the coffee on this. Like, listen, it's just this verse is so heavy. For Yahweh so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. So yeah, and that's part of that's part of the Most High Yahweh's will. That what we just read in 1 John 2:17. When you're doing the will, like in the like other than like it says in Sirach, that bold fellow, that bold man, you're not going to perish because because you believe in. That's part of doing His will, having the faith in the Most High Yahweh, man. And that's what it is. And that just like I said, you'll have everlasting life. Just like He said, 1 John 2:17. It says, whoever doeth, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh, abideth forever. So yeah, same thing, same type of deal. First John chapter, First John chapter 4:17. Herein our love is made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment, because as He is, and so are we in this world. Exactly, man. So we on this side next, I mean, we gonna be just like Him, walking as He walked. Like exactly, man. As He is, like this line up with that. This kind of lines up with that Romans 8:17 real quick. Had being joint heirs with Him, man. He suffered in this world, just like He suffered in this world. No, we're gonna suffer in this world. Like or just be like Him, like walk as I walk, like that's like Yahushua came and taught, man. So yeah, herein our love is made perfect, that we and this lines up with 2 Timothy 1:7 too as well, because it says even it says in that verse, because no fear and love, because this lines up with the 2 Timothy 1:7. It says herein our love is made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment, because as He is, so are we in this world. So yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Doing the will, pretty much, man. So hopefully it's edifying for y'all brothers and sisters, man. I'm a little tired, but yeah, man. Hopefully it's edifying for y'all brothers and sisters, man. So peace.